Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I'm George. We're all George. Welcome to another market open stream. Today, let's look at what's going on. Got some economic data to report. Also, let's talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin retraced a little bit today, but that's okay. And that's because Bitcoin's recent breakout is only the beginning. We know that. We know there's a lot more to go. We got only a couple more days in October. Can we see more? Most definitely. So let's talk about everything that has happened, everything that will happen, and more. All right, let's do it. Welcome, guys. Start out the day a little bit under 72,000. That's okay. Can't be going up forever. Yesterday, we almost, like 100, maybe 200 points away from breaking all-time high. We will get back up there. We will get there very, very soon. But, man, we've been on a tear recently. I mean, just to remind you guys, we were down here, okay, just 3 days ago. We went, we were going sideways for this long, and then boom. So that was pretty exciting for the last 3 days. So, we retraced a little bit. That's quite okay, but I do expect, boom, we will be retesting that shortly. And then, you know what? The sky is the limit. But right now, we have retraced a little bit. That's to be expected. Things were getting a little bit too hot, and that is perfectly normal. Looking at today, let's see, the U.S. market, kind of mixed. Could be a good day, although we got mixed numbers today in the U.S. NASDAQ is green. From jobs creation, out of nowhere, we got a huge jobs number in October, more than doubling the estimates from Dow Jones. Dow Jones expected that October number or September number was going to be really, really bad, 113,000. And somehow we got 233,000 jobs added. From 113,000, I don't know why they estimated so badly. And we got double the amount of jobs. Was this like done on purpose to make it seem like the economy is better than it is right before elections? Is that the purpose of this? I don't get how they could be so off with their estimate. It makes no sense. So I guess this is supposed to be a good reading. But the GDP was a bad reading. GDP came in at 2.8% for third quarter, and the estimate was supposed to be 3.1%. So the GDP went down. So the economy grew less than expected, yet the jobs for last month grew higher, or jobs added went higher. So it's kind of mixed. I don't know. So I don't know how Wall Street's going to take it. It's kind of mixed. Yeah, I don't know how they're going to take that. Right now, it looks like Nvidia is down. MicroStrategy is down. Earnings after market today, a big earnings report. And you know what? You know who else is reporting tonight? Coinbase. They're both slightly down today. Are they going to recover? This is going to be a huge day for both companies. We know Bitcoin has been recovering up this last quarter. Are they going to report stellar numbers? If so, they're both going to skyrocket after and aftermarket tonight. So let's see. both of their stock has been doing quite well, but especially in MicroStrategy. Obviously, I've been talking a lot about them. Their stock has been just on fire every single day, just been going up and 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 just does not stop. So I'm pretty sure their numbers should be pretty good. And I already reported their unrealized Bitcoin gains already tops 8 billion. We'll see. We'll see. It'll be a big day for both of them. Now, let's talk about Bitcoin. I talked about this recently, and you know what? This may be coming true sooner than expected. So the OTC desk, so this is where like all the big institutions, the ETFs, anyone that wants to buy a tremendous amount of Bitcoin, this is where they go to buy. They don't just like go buy like retail investors on Coinbase or Kraken or crypto.com or whatever, right? That'd be silly. If they're trying to buy 10,000 Bitcoin, they're not going to go, log into a Coinbase account or Robinhood and buy 10,000 Bitcoin. That would be absolutely silly. So they buy it through the OTC market. There's definitely a place for it. And right now, according to the chart, there's roughly around $30 billion worth of Bitcoin in the OTC market. Okay. And, there are times where there's large deposits into the OTC desk, and there's times where there are no deposits in the OTC desk as of like right now. Recently, there's none, or there's nothing. Okay. So according to this right now, there's about $30 billion worth, right? Which sounds like a whole lot. About 416,000 Bitcoin that's in the OTC. That's about $30 billion. That's kind of sitting there. That could be sold. And it sounds like a lot until you realize that the ETFs alone are now ramping up so much, they're getting close to buying $1 billion per day. Yesterday was crazy, especially for BlackRock, who purchased 643 million alone. And if you add everyone else, it was an 870 million inflow day. The volume yesterday was 5 billion in one single day. I mean, these ETF guys are making crazy amount of money. Crazy amount, because they're making like 0.2%, 0.25%. So they're making, you do the math, they're making a lot of money, tens of millions of dollars every single day just from people trading ETFs. But they're also making a lot of money by holding the Bitcoin too. Anyway, so bottom line is that 30 billion in the OTC market seems like it's a lot, right? But it's really not if these ETFs are buying like $500 million or $750 million or soon $1 billion per day. That's, it'll only last 30 days, 45 days, at most 60 days. If this continues on at this pace and only increases, this is the question that I posed recently. Like, where are they going to get their Bitcoin when the OTC market dries up? Like after 60 days, let's just say hypothetically, if this continues and this ramps up to $1 billion per day, and let's just say the OTC desk somehow replenishes and finds another 30 billion, and they have 60 billion, and the ETF's taking $1 billion per day for 60 days, and let's say that goes to zero, where are they going to get the $1 billion per day afterwards? I don't know. I like to talk to someone that actually can answer that, because if the OTC desk has zero to sell to these ETFs, where are they going to get their $1 billion per day? I like to know that. I really don't know what happens then. So that's the big question. Like right now, everyone takes it for granted that there's unlimited amount of Bitcoin that just goes around and you could always buy unlimited amount and these ETFs can buy unlimited amount everywhere. That's just simply not the case. If this keeps on ramping up and these ETFs are soaking up 870 million, a billion per day, it has to come from somewhere. And if there's no one that can actually sell them a billion per day every single day moving forward, where is the Bitcoin going to come from? That's the question. Maybe it will come from spot someday. I don't know. I really would like to know that. But I do know this. If that day ever comes and there's not enough to go around, the price is going to skyrocket. That's what's going to happen. The prices go skyrocket infinitely. And we, the holders, will be benefiting when those days come. But yesterday was just an awesome inflow day. And BlackRock now holds more than $30 billion in Bitcoin. Not that, again, I don't want to come off like, yes, BlackRock is awesome. BlackRock is going to be the top Bitcoin holder in the world, and let's all cheer for BlackRock because it's the best company ever, and we want it to hold more than Satoshi. No, I'm not coming off of that. Okay, I'm trying to prove a point that if BlackRock is accumulating this fast, there's a point to this. And I know BlackRock, this is the ETF, but we know BlackRock has a different agenda, okay? They are accumulating so fast at their current pace. We were just talking about how they just surpassed 300,000. Now they have surpassed 400,000. They're at 417,000. They are accumulating so fast that by the end of November, just the end of next month, they can be surpassing Binance, and they may actually get a shot to even get close to Satoshi by the end of November. And at this pace, for sure, they can even surpass Satoshi by the end of this year. That's how fast they are accumulating at this point. That's freaking crazy. Okay? That's crazy. They have way more than MicroStrategy. As fast as Sailor has been accumulating over the last 4 years, they have double, basically, of what MicroStrategy has. They are going nuts. Larry Fink is going nuts. So, goes to show you, they're up to something. They're up to something no good. Or he's truly a big Bitcoin believer now. So grab some for yourself before BlackRock and the ETFs and everyone else grabs it all and drives the price to infinite levels in the future. If you think 71 or 73 or 100K is high, wait until one day you wake up and Bitcoin's in the millions, and then you're going to have that regret saying, I could have bought it at 10,000. I could have even bought it at 100,000. But now it's at 3 million and it's just too late for me to buy, right? Don't have those regrets. Coinbase, speaking of Coinbase, Coinbase have partnered up with Visa, so now people can get instant funding with their Visa debit cards. Even though Coinbase seems to go down quite often, which they need to fix, but this does allow retail, when retail FOMOs comes in and people want to buy crypto instantly, this is another way for them to do so. Awesome. Fiat on-ramp is very, very important. What else is there? Oh, this is pretty nice. Available capital versus available Bitcoin. That pretty much sums up what I was saying about the available Bitcoin left. Yes, this basically sums up everything I was saying quite nicely. What else is there? Bitcoin well positioned to hit 100K by January 2025. 10x research. I still think, I mean, that's in line. I think we could hit it before January. I think we could hit it before the end of this year, especially after election. So I think definitely that can happen. Yes, that's in line. I mean, so I'm not the only one thinking about that. But you know what? I think the breakout obviously is going to drive us higher. We are only at the tip of the breakout. This giant cup and handle that's been forming since 2022, since we started coming down. All right, we just broke out barely. We have more than a year left. It doesn't even register, really. So we got a long ways to go, my friends. Long ways to go. Yeah. And people are still waiting for altcoin season, right? Altcoin season, will it come? Well, right now, it just seems like Bitcoin dominance keeps on going up and up and up and up and up. At some point, my friends, it will come down, just like before. Look at the last cycle. You see how altcoin dominance also kept going up and up and up and up and up, and it hit about 70-something% before it dropped, right? But again, look at it. When did it drop hard? It dropped at the tail end, right? That's usually when it happens. Actually, that point, yeah, it wasn't the exact tail end, but it was like the midpoint, mid to late of 2021. That's usually when it happens. Altcoin season doesn't happen until the last year, and usually the second to last half of the last year, right? That's why I tell you guys, stay strong, stay focused, right? Always have good amount of Bitcoin. You could have all Bitcoin. It's fine. Sometimes I do wish I just had all Bitcoin, especially when the alts bleed out, right? But alts will get their day. Altcoin season always happens at the tail end. So stay strong. It's going to come. And that's really it. That's really it. All right. That's it. Let's see. The market still kind of mixed. I think we can still turn green. Barely down for Dow. Barely down for S&P. Barely down for NASDAQ. Let's see. Bitcoin touched upon. Yeah, looks like it's bouncing off that resistance now turned support. That's actually a pretty good sign. That's actually really good. Bounced off. Not bad. Not bad. All right, let's do some Q&A. Yeah, it looks like we went the opposite way. Some longs got liquidated at 71.9, 71.7, 71.6. Now we're bouncing off to 71.4, which correlates to this, which is a major resistance. So we bounce off of there. That's pretty good. And going to the top side, again, we formed a little bit. It's actually pretty clear up until 72.6. So we could definitely go up to 72.6 pretty easily. And then a little bit to clear going up to 70, a little bit to clear until 73.1. So we could get up to 72.6 really easily. And then 73, yeah, 73.3 will be harder to clear. That's what it's looking like right now. MicroStrategy, big market announcement, and same thing with Coinbase. I think Coinbase and MicroStrategy, you figure Q3 things were improving. So I think both. Well, I don't know how MicroStrategy, I don't know how they do things. I mean, MicroStrategy like does a lot of business intelligence stuff, so I don't know how that business is. I mean, their Bitcoin holdings obviously is going to do well, but I don't know the rest of the stuff they do, how that's going to be. But Coinbase, their numbers have to be better. Q3, their numbers must have improved. Their Q4 numbers will improve drastically, but their Q3 numbers should improve. So I'm hoping Coinbase pops after tonight. Carlos says Stacks and Avalanche taking off. I hope so, especially Avalanche. Stacks is went through the Nakamoto upgrade, so I can see why they were stagnant. Avalanche, I've been really disappointed. I have no idea why Avalanche has been so stagnant, so stagnant. I was hoping to see some light from Avalanche. Just didn't see anything. Avalanche is very heavily invested in games, and that may be the reason why these games have been like so stagnant. I'm actually curious about Avalanche. I have no idea why Avalanche has been so stagnant. Yeah, so I drew that line already. 30 is like a resistance they need to break. It's like not even close. It's not even like trying to break that. It has zero momentum at this point. I don't know what's going on with the Avalanche. It really has zero momentum at this point. I guess you could draw like another trend line like this. Something like that. So maybe, it could do something like this. Hopefully, but like, yeah, again, I don't know why Avalanche is so weak right now. Hopefully they could get some momentum, so even by the end of this year they could break 30. Like, hopefully they're not just like trending along like this. Hopefully they like break out. Can you look at Alien Base? People who used it say it's better than Aerodrome. Yeah, I mean, I personally don't like Aerodrome, but it's just performance-wise is doing very well. Black Sun. I don't know what Alien Base is. I'm assuming it's a DEX, but never ever heard of it. Jerry Two-Way, welcome. Avalanche is not my biggest holding. No. George, is the cup and handle this cycle bigger than previous cycles? I would say so. Yes. It's the biggest because, because the high in 2021 was also the biggest versus previous cycles. I mean, that's the reason why. Hey, Ethereum is actually doing something right now. Is it? Maybe I'm wrong about that. Ethereum since August. Actually, I'm wrong about that. Ethereum is actually not doing anything. Yeah. Ever since July, they were at 3,500. I mean, after they came down, they've been just they're nowhere they're nowhere close to their July high. Right now, their next stop would be like 2,700. That would be the next high to break. They should get there soon, but I mean, they're nowhere close to this level. I don't know what happened to Ethereum either. Something just like, I guess all this momentum, all this money just went into Bitcoin. Yeah, a lot of alts, just like Avalanche. Ethereum is the same way. The money just flew out. Maybe just all went to Bitcoin. Elijah says, I personally expect Bitcoin stock to be significantly lower if Harris wins. I hear so many hardcore Bitcoiners who don't agree. What are your thoughts? Well, why don't you share why you think that? Because I think that's just personal bias. Like, you need to state actually why. And I don't think you can actually state why. Palma, thank you. I think you can make the argument like if the economy suffers more under her, then maybe you can make that argument. But like specifically just crypto, I don't know. You gotta make your argument. I like to hear what your argument is. Jerry Two-Way upgrade membership. I am George Square. Thank you. Thank you for upgrading. You sent a super chat and then you replied to that super chat. I guess you didn't figure out how to say something in your super chat. Can you give me your humble opinion on base NG meme on base chain? Normally I don't check memes, but I guess since you sent a super chat and I'm in a good mood, why not? I hope you spelled that right. Benji. Basin, base G. It's called base G. It's holding. You gotta give credit to that. Holding hasn't dumped 20 million. That's not bad. Top holders are pretty spread out. That's not bad. I don't know about the burn. Is there a burn liquidity or locked? I gotta check out this on a better. Yeah. The CA or the LP is burned, 99.99% burned. Yeah, LP is burned. Holders are very, very, very distributed. The top address is Uniswap. So no holders hold above 2%. It's not bad. It's not bad. I'd say that's pretty good. In terms of a meme, it went through its up and downs. It is at a low point right now, but even at a low point, it's still holding at 22 million, and doesn't seem like there's large whales. Of course, their whales could have different addresses, so they could still hold large percentages, but no one single address holds over 2% right now, and the LP's burned. So it looks pretty good. I just don't like the name, but whatever. And I don't know if base memes are hot anymore. I think all the memes that are hot are now, again, on Sol or just ETH. I don't know if base memes are hot anymore. Naked Director, George, you can't retire until you have 1 million subs. Gotta end with a bang. Yeah. I probably will get 1 million subs by the end of this by the end of the cycle. Hopefully I do. If I don't, that would be bad. So I'll probably will retire when that happens. I might get 1 million before the end of 2025. Hopefully I do. Elijah, I saw what you said. You said because Trump has, he wants to do a strategic reserve, favorable conditions. Conditions maybe. But as for him creating a strategic reserve, I think he just copied that idea from RFK. Whether he implements it, I really hope he does. But as for him holding it, I think that was just him just trying to jump on a bandwagon. I mean, he came out with the NFT line before. Does he really care about NFTs? I don't think so, you know. But I will say if he creates a more favorable economic condition for the US, then yes, that would definitely help crypto. So I'm hoping that's the case. Black Sun, please look at alien base graph. I don't really want to, Black Sun. I really don't. It just sounds so stupid. Alien base. You know, names matter. If it's like a meme, okay, I could see how like you could just have any stupid name. But if it's like a legit project, it just it has to be good. Are you asking me to look at Alien Base because it just happened to pump today? Is that why you asked? Or it's been pumping since the 27th? Black Sun? It's such a stupid name. It forces me not to take it serious, so I'm not going to look at it further. Do a quick look at NSP low cap insane. Okay. Let me show you guys this. Okay. Altcoin season is not here. This is not the time to be jumping into insane low caps, because if you guys haven't noticed, they have not been moving, and they probably won't be moving for quite some time. So wait until Bitcoin dominance start going down. Wait until the money starts flowing to alts. Then start putting money into low cap alts. Benj Bard. I don't know if I should take that as a good thing or not a good thing, because when something pumps 150% last month, that usually means it's not organic. That usually means a group of whales did that. So I don't know if that's a good thing. NMCT, I forgot I opened a $200 50x long on Jupiter for fun, paid $60 fees, but walked out with a couple G's and bought more spot. Congrats. The only problem with opening longs on Jupiter are the fees, but I think you did pretty darn good. Jerry, you're just sending a lot of money to me today. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that super sticker. And becoming a new member. Any news on ChainSwap? No. They're the biggest DEX on Chainlink. I haven't heard much about them. Bitcoin's coming back. It bounced off of that pretty nicely. It liquidated some longs, and now it's coming back. Look at this. MicroStrategy is coming back. It was minus 4%. Now it's coming back ferociously. I think Wall Street is expecting something good. Coinbase is coming back. Both could turn green today. It's looking good. Looking good. Base NG is a real dog breed. It's the oldest dog in history. If the dog meme narrative comes back, I think Benji has a good chance to pump. Sure. I don't think the history has anything to do with whether or not it pumps, but everything else that I looked at does look pretty good though. I just don't know if base memes have what it takes to pump anymore. They used to. I just don't know if people still pump base memes. Like Brett isn't very popular anymore, I don't think. I don't know. Maybe I haven't been really sticking with memes, so I don't know. You guys tell me if base memes are still hot. What's your thought on Wojak? Nah, I've looked at Wojak before. I never really liked Wojak. And I hate the logo. We're getting pretty good momentum right now. Jerry, it's not letting me send super chat with message. You could just write it. I could see it. You know what? ETH is having a little mini rally right now. A super mini ETH rally. I don't know what's going on with ETH, but maybe ETH is staging a comeback. ETH has not been able to break out of its recent slump. So 2770 and then 2817. If it could break, okay, so its recent top that it formed right around here back in August. If ETH could break 2817, that would be extremely bullish near term. They have not been able to break that since August. Nowhere even close, not even close to that. So I would watch out. If ETH breaks 2817, might be time for ETH to break out. I mean, I think people forget that ETH was hovering in the 4,000s back in March. It's a very, very, very mini rally. I don't know. We'll see. What else is up today? Pepe's up today. Not really. Not really. Robinhood. Man, Robinhood was crazy back in 2021. But since then, it's just been going up and up and up and up. Since their bottom right here at $7 back in end of 2023. $7 now, almost $30. That was a great pickup. Even down here, I don't know why. It went down to $14 back in August. Since then, it's been on a tear. Why is Google up? They reported some good earnings numbers yesterday. Jerry, cool it, man. I see where you're right. I know. I see you. Cool it. You said forget ETH, and then you're going crazy, like saying, paying attention to me. Like, chill. Can DAI surpass Chainlink? What does that have to do with Chainlink? You mean Pith? Pith is a direct competitor to Chainlink, not DAI. I don't know. DAI is a stable coin, right? Or is this different? Is this a different oracle? Oh, it is a different oracle. Yeah, your answer is no. It's not going to surpass Chainlink. Mike, would I take a spot in Trump's cabinet if I has to be a crypto advisor? No, no. I'm perfectly fine where I am. I don't want more responsibilities. I want less responsibilities at this point, not more. I bet Scaramucci would want that position again. I don't even know what position he had. He like quit after 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whatever position he had. Alien base is the next arrow, bro. Good. Good for you since you hold alien base. A lot of people trying to show alien base because it's pumping, and then as soon as it dumps, not one person in the chat will ever ask me about alien base again. Up until today, not one person ever has asked about alien base, and today we have like 5 people asking about it because everyone is in here trying to like shill it more, and then after it dumps, not one person will ever ask about it again. Jerry, if you don't cool it, man, you're gonna come off like a stalker. You need to really just like cool it. Seriously. I thought you were joking at first, but now you're like really coming off like a stalker. I'm always bad to take profit. To mitigate this, I have to sell orders for 1% every 5K increment starting at 100K. Is that a bad way to do it? As long as that works for you, that seems like a lot of work. That's fine. Sure. Chris Barclay, new member, welcome. Jerry, another super chat. Okay. Again, thanks, Jerry, but just cool it. There's other people in this chat besides you, Jerry. Thank you, though. SBF, yes. This one guy had to ruin it, and he probably didn't mean it. He probably thought, oh, it was cool to just show up at my house and just like walk up the stairs like it's like we're buddy buddies, until he realized it was a stupid thing to do and it was super awkward and stalkerish and actually, if you think about it, pretty dangerous. I didn't think of anything at the time because I thought it was like a building construction guy or inspector or something. Had I known it was just like some random dude that walked into my house, I would have had a bigger fit. I bet he went home and he told his wife, and his wife also freaked out about it. That's just like really stupid. I still have the video of that. No, that wasn't Jerry I'm talking about. There was just some random guy when I was building my house. Just like it was like a dark raining day too. It wasn't like a sunny day. Like I was just doing a video documentary in my house at the time, and he just like walked in like through the construction fence, walked up the stairs. And again, I was filming. I just thought it was like a construction crew or building inspector asking me what I was doing. And then he's like, no, I'm a big fan. I saw you in here. I just walked up and I just want to say hi. And it was like, it just became super awkward. And obviously, after the awkwardness, he got it and he left. And he was driving this black Tesla. But still, like, I don't know why he just thought that that was a good idea. Like even if he just waited outside on the street, it would have been better. But then, he didn't do that. He just like walked into the house through the construction fence and walked up the stairs. Just in hindsight thinking about it, it's just like bad ideas all around. He did say his name, but I forgot what it is now. But I have him on camera, so if it ever like got really bad, I could just like give that to the police. But like it was just a bad idea. Like, it's like it would be equivalent of like, I don't know, some celebrity that moved in your neighborhood and he was in his like new construction home. I don't know, and then you thought it was a good idea to just like walk into his construction home and just shake his hand and say, I'm a big fan. Like, it would be equivalent of that. Like, say Tom Brady moved next door to you and you just wanted to like say hi to him and you just like walked into his construction home and did that. It would be equivalent of that. But like, think about how he would feel if you did that. Like, I don't know, maybe he would think nothing of it. Maybe, I don't know, but I would think he would be freaked out by that. I'm not saying I'm Tom Brady, but I'm just saying, like, You know, if it's like someone you really wanted to meet or something. Anyways, it wasn't a good thing. It wasn't a good thing. And while I was talking, I don't know what's going on with Jerry. You guys are still talking about Jerry. And he just sent another big super chat. 2 super chats or 1 super chat. I don't know what's going on anymore. Lewis, you wouldn't think so. You know, a lot of you guys don't think that I'm a celebrity, and I'm not trying to make it seem like a big deal, but I do get recognized a lot. You guys don't think that. I do. Randomly. And I do have to watch out for myself. Like, sometimes people say, like, George, you should watch out when you go on, like, your Sunday walks and stuff like that. I do pay attention. I do look behind me when I walk, when I'm alone. You guys don't realize it, but I do randomly get recognized all the time when I'm traveling, when I'm overseas, when I'm in Dubai, when I'm in Singapore. People recognize me. It's not just like I get recognized locally. I get recognized everywhere. When I'm down in Miami, when I'm in LA, when I'm like traveling in Salt Lake City, people know me. When I was going through the airport, TSA security recognized me. So you guys might think it's a joke, but it's really not. And I'm not even at Mr. Beast level. I'm just like a low level YouTuber and people recognize me. So some of you guys may think it's a joke, but it's really not. And there are stalkers out there, just like that person that showed up at my house. They had nothing but time to correlate all my footage and figured out where I live. So it's not, you know, you may think it's a joke, but it's really not. So I could see why there are some very paranoid people, because there are crazy people out there, and you never know what they may do. Even all these clubs I tend to visit sometimes, they recognize me as well. So I mean, it's like, that's how I am, you know. That's what you get when you go on YouTube for 7 years. All right. That's it, guys. I've been rambling for too long. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys tonight. Tonight is DCA day. So we'll see where Bitcoin is. We pumped back up to 72,000. And you know what? We still have a chance to go back up to 73 before tonight. We'll see how the DCA portfolio is. And we still have one full day to get back to here. All right, guys. See you tonight. Take care. All right. Bye-bye.